100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Hollowell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Hollowell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood and Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Hollowell's returns, a private detective security and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Hollowell returned for the first time, and a Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Hollowell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. A new storyline starts this episode, which means that Kyle Johnson will be GMing for a little while here. It's exciting.
Okay. It's an ordinary Wednesday morning at Stormwood and Associates. What's everyone doing?
Kel is looking suspiciously at the interns.
Raz is in her office watching YouTube videos on her phone.
Bill is noticeably tired. Clearly has not been sleeping well and looks extremely stressed.
Aww. Okay, the door to the office opens, and in walks a pair of elves. Kel, you are aware that they were coming. They made an appointment. You know it's something about their kid. So they go up to you and they introduce themselves as Peter and Delia Reins, and they are here to talk about their daughter.
Peter and Delia Reins. Kel would remember this, but Trey is going to forget, so I'm writing that down. Glad you guys could come in. So what exactly is the situation we're dealing with here?
Well, you see, says Peter, our daughter is just out of control. We don't know what's going on with her. She's been missing classes. She's been being late to coming home at night. Sometimes she doesn't even come home at night. We don't even know what's going on.
And how old is she?
She's 17.
Okay. And what's the name?
Her name is Lacey Reins.
All right. So I'm going to take you in to our conference room, and you can have a seat there, and then I will go fetch Raz, my boss, and the titular Stormwood and Associates here, and we can sit down and see what we can do.
Thank you very much.
All right. So I'm gonna lead them in through the office, because obviously Kel's desk is out in the waiting room area. I'm gonna lead them through, and take them to the conference room.
Thank you very much. I can tell that you're the good kind of person.
Oh, of course. It's very important. Yeah. And then I close the door behind me to make sure that they don't overhear anything I say. I'm going to walk back to Raz's office. So, boss.
Yeah.
So, the Fancy Pants is whose 17-year-old is acting like a 17-year-old here.
Great.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, yay. Let's go spy on a high schooler. That's not gross. That's not going to get me arrested. Really. Jesus Christ. Anyways, they're in the conference room.
Okay. I go meet them.
Hey, Babbitt, you can put the jack on the queen there.
Oh, thanks. Yep. Okay, so is everyone going to be gathered in the conference room, or just is it going to be just the two of you?
I mean, everyone's free to join.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to be there. Raz has to be there because she's the boss, and I'm the one who writes everything down because Raz
All right.
never writes anything down.
Babbitt will come join you as well.
Hey, Bill,
Bill.
you want in on this? Or do you want to watch Brian eat more coffee? Brian, you got to stop eating the coffee, Brian. The doctor said you had to stop. The doctor said you have to stop.
He gestures with you with a hand and mouth full of coffee grinds and just like, hey, thanks, man.
We're just looking out for you. You got to stop. If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood and Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm. Right.
Bill seems a little zoned out. Oh, yeah, I'll join. Why not?
You doing okay, Bill?
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I'm fantastic.
I mean, I will tell you, I feel like I haven't gotten a wink of sleep since the stuff happened with your brother.
Yeah, wow, that's my favorite topic in the whole world right now. Thanks for bringing it.
I am sorry, just concerned.
I come up behind the two, put my hands on their shoulders, put my face in between them, and just say, let's go focus on something else right now. And I lead them into the conference room.
Right. All right. So, I am going back to the back corner of the conference room where I usually lean on the wall and slowly write down anything important.
Okay. Peter will begin again. Our daughter had. Sorry. Okay.
Lacey.
Yeah, I know. Our daughter, Lacey, has been just unbearable. We don't know what's going on. She's been missing classes. She's been missing Spirit Squad practice.
What is Spirit Squad? I'm honestly just curious.
Cheerleading.
So is that different than Palms?
It's the same as Palms.
I don't know.
You know, when I went to school, they told me they were different. Now they're the same again. I'm so confused.
Know. It's like because Palms is the dance thing, while Cheer, like they do the actual like the cheers. Like I think there's a difference.
Well, they don't do this competitively. They just do this, to support the team.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
so
did not mean to interrupt.
It's the Spirit Squad. Anyway, she's been not coming home at night sometimes. We don't know what's going on. We think that she's been out with her boyfriend.
Have you met this boyfriend?
Oh, we've met him. We do not approve.
What is the boyfriend's name?
Oh, Trevor St. Grug.
St. Grug. What kind of last name is that?
Oh, You know, you don't know. I don't know. It's one of those names.
Just a quick question to the GM. Does this sound orcish? Does this sound...
It sounds orcish.
It sounds orcish. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to... Because there was a chance it could have been dwarvish, and so I didn't want to make, like...
Right.
Kel would know.
Yep. Yeah. That's definitely an orcish name you would recognize. Okay. Yeah. Trevor St. Grug.
Okay, and how old is Trevor?
He's 18. He graduated last year. He works at the Dairy Queen.
Which one?
The one on Highland.
Okay.
We've checked it out, and I just don't like him. I don't trust him.
Well, I mean, and the Dairy Queen on 7th is much better.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, you should try it. It's actually really nice. So, okay, how long has she been seeing this boyfriend?
Oh, maybe a year or so now, I think. It's hard to tell. She's been quite secretive for a while.
Isn't that... How old was she again?
She's 17.
This is normal, right?
Shut up.
Okay.
What is normal for one teenager is not normal for all teenagers, and if it's a change in behavior, that is something to be concerned about. And the Reins here are just trying to be responsible parents.
Exactly. We care about our daughter and her future and her reputation.
Well, and you said she was missing classes, correct?
Yes, she's been missing classes.
See, that's something to actually be concerned about. I mean, I'll be honest, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't necessarily worry so much about the boyfriend as I would worry about that. Because frankly, teenagers make mistakes all the time, but our academic future, that's what affects our long-term prospects. Right?
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so obviously you're concerned about her spending time. Now, what is it exactly you would like us to look into? Is it that you want to know exactly what she's doing, how she's spending her time, or is it more of a other kind of situation?
I want you to look into her boyfriend. I want you to see what he's doing, what he's doing with her. I want you to find out why she's been missing classes, what she's been doing after school, when she goes to classes.
Okay.
What she's been doing overnight sometimes.
All right. All right. So
All right.
Kel's just kind of give Raz a look, just seeing if we're taking this case. Just trying to get any sort of visual cue off of Raz.
Seeing as these guys are probably made of a bit of money.
Yes, they are quite well dressed.
That's what Kel's saying.
Yeah. Raz is gonna give the slight nod to Kel, signaling like, yeah, we're gonna take this. These guys are low.
All right, so we will definitely be taking a case.
Oh, thank you.
And so I'm just gonna take you out, and we're just gonna fill out some paperwork. I'm gonna wave to the interns and find the responsible one, Amy, get her attention. So one of our interns, Amy, she's going to help you fill out the paperwork and make sure that everything is signed properly. And then we will start reporting back to you with what we find.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to take them out of the conference room and to the desk and grab Amy, the only intern who actually does work. and get them started on paperwork. And
You'll notice that Delia said nothing the entire time. She just let her husband talk.
oh wow, I assumed we were talking to Delia.
No, that was Peter.
That was Peter. Okay. Oh, my mental picture of that scene is now very different, but that's fine. And once we get them done with the paperwork, I want to get them out the door. So once they're gone,
Yep, they are gone now.
I'm going to walk back in to where everyone else is. Well, there's some rich assholes.
Yeah. Should be good money for an easy case.
Yeah, this is woof. I'll get to work starting research on this kid and on the boyfriend, but this is gonna be us sitting around in unmarked cars spying on teenagers for like a week, and this is gonna be the dumbest money we've ever made.
Like the good old days, right?
I am literally billing these people 3 times on normal rate. It is the elf discount.
There's
and I
a
can
reason
say that.
You're...
I can say that. You cannot say that.
No.
Okay. Let's just be clear. This is like the Piscatella family all over again. This is literally like little Nancy Piscatella going out, and I got. Do you know? I had the. Oh my God! Well, like when we got confronted by the Hoboken police, it was. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Also,
that was great.
Those guys are extremely bribable. That is the thing I miss about the East Coast. Here they just beat people up.
Yeah.
Corruption is so different on the West Coast. Anyways, let's I'll start a look. All right, so I'm going to my computer to kick this off, and using research, I want to find out everything I can on the internet about Trevor St. Grug here.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's spelled Grugg.
Yes, there are 2 G's.
Yeah, I knew it.
Of course.
I instinctively spelled it that way. I'm so happy. All right, I want to find out everything I can about Lacey Reins and Trevor St. Grug. I want to see their social media. I want to touch their social media. I want to like their friends' post.
Okay, Trevor St. Grug, he was on the football team last year, not like quarterback, but he was like a tight end. He's graduated. He didn't go to any colleges. He's just working at the Dairy Queen, or Dairy Queen equivalent for this world, whatever.
No, it's Dairy Queen. You called it Dairy Queen. It's a Dairy Queen. Again, The rule is 60% of world history is the same, and then the other 40% is nearish.
Yep.
It's in the 60%. That's all.
All right. You see his social media. He seems like a pretty normal guy.
Yeah.
He's not like well off from what you can see. He is just a normal, teenage boy, young man, working his job. He is not, you see, friends with Lacey on the social media.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is strange.
So these guys broke up.
Lacey is, again, seems pretty normal. She is a cheerleader. She is on the honor roll, or was. I guess maybe she wouldn't be anymore. And she's talking with her friends. She's liking normal things.
And what's her
It's weird.
relationship status on Facebook?
She's in a relationship.
But without the name listed.
Yep.
Well, okay, so they might still be dating. They might actually. Okay, so we got the questions are they actually dating at all? Or is he like an excuse? Or are they dating and she's trying to hide it because she's trying to keep it from her parents because her parents aren't sure when it started, which means it doesn't sound like she's openly told her parents that she's dating this guy. Or is she dating someone else and her parents are assuming it's the cute orc working at Dairy Queen? Because, and also cheerleading and palms are different.
Well, Peter doesn't know that.
I'm just saying, he needs to pay more attention to his daughter. I'm just saying, like, if this wouldn't be happening if maybe he had been attentive when she was younger. There's a theory to parenting that you should always pay attention to your kids when they're really young, and the people who get confused by who their kids become as teenagers really just weren't paying attention when they were little, because the kids don't actually change that much. They just suddenly, become more capable and intelligent. Anyways. Bad parents. But bad parents pay our checks. So, alright. So, we know, what kind of school does Lacey go to? Is it like
It's a
public school or
It's a public high school, yeah.
Okay. But those kind of parents, it's hard to tell. Sometimes they send kids to private schools.
Right.
But I guess also if the orc went there and were being racist, then it probably isn't a fancy school. Unless he was there on scholarship. Because he works at a DQ. And people with money don't end up working at DQs. They're people with money's parents just buy their way into a shitty college. Commentary on social injustice from the mind of Kel O'Reilly. By the way, my original inspiration for Peter and Delia Reins was William H. Macy and Téa Leoni from Jurassic Park 3. But it's not William H. Macy anymore because he's taken a bit of a hit. He can't. So yeah. I thought it would be more like William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's taking a bit of a hit because he.
That's exactly why this is the right people.
He's part of that. but they're not gonna. We're not gonna hire him for this job.
True. Well, we can't afford him anyway. All right. So we know what school she goes to. So we know her address, and we know potentially that she's got this boyfriend. We're gonna need to. I think we're gonna need the tail.
Yep, we need to find out where she's gonna be when.
Well, I mean, the good news is that we know where she lives, and it sounds like she's not coming home every night, but she's coming home some nights. So, in theory, do I know what kind of car she drives?
Yeah, they would have filled that out, I guess. It's a Porsche.
Okay, but
you'd see it on social media.
Yeah,
especially if it was bought for her.
Yeah, and so because if I know, because if I can spot her car.
Right.
We can spot her car while we're out there. All right, so we gotta I really wish we could use that spell. We have an illegal technomancy tracking spell on the computer that I cannot legally use.
Yeah.
Just saying. It is right there. Right there. Cannot touch it. Don't even know who it's supposed to track. But anyway. Ugh. All right, so all right. Let's I am going to all right, I got a plan.
Okay.
So what we need to do is well, we need to find her, but what I think we should do is try to locate a vehicle, and then I think we should LoJack it.
We should what now?
Track it.
Oh.
We should find a vehicle and place a tracker on it so when she travels around town, we can find out where she's going, right?
Yep.
I mean, in theory, I could hack into a phone maybe and do that, but that, like, would be 10 times illegal and, like, super frustrating, right? Like, if we got caught doing that, I mean, this is illegal too, but we have her parents' permission. Like, we're not hacking through anyone's security if we place a load jack. If I place, like, because I can take any smartphone and just load a tracking app on it. I mean, like, anybody can do that, right? We duct tape it to the bottom of a Porsche. We have a parent's consent. She's a minor. So it's not illegal for us to place a tracker on a vehicle.
Yep. And I'm sure we have crappy extra cell phones in the back.
I have a drawer full of phones.
Exactly.
They are not expensive. Also, frankly, I just replaced my phone a lot. All right. So I'm gonna that'll be an easy thing to prep. So what we need to do is we need to find a car. Now, here's the problem: is we need to be stealth, and I haven't created the driver archetype yet, so there's no there's no following people skill in this game yet. I'm sure that Babbitt, as a thief, is very good at looking inconspicuous, and I'm pretty sure that could translate to vehicular operations.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
This is the player speaking, because as there's no rule yet in the system for doing it, could a hide roll work as a hiding
a fly casually?
Yeah.
I think that could work.
Yeah, that was my thought. I mean, or you could make one of us do it with like a D10, but I think it's like it feels more justified.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
I'm gonna, before next session, I'm gonna write the driver archetype into the rules to replace the pirate archetype, and then we can all just deal with this. All right. So, we got a fleet of inconspicuous black SUVs in the garage downstairs.
Yep.
Who feels like a road trip? It's Wednesday morning, right?
It's Wednesday morning. Yep.
Yeah. So it's right now, in theory, like she hasn't been skipping all of school, right? So why don't we go to the school and see if we can find a car?
All right.
Sounds good.
Heck, we don't even have to be inconspicuous right now because she shouldn't be at the car. Because what time is it right now?
It's like 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m., yeah. I mean, the worst case scenario is you gotta wait at the school for her to show up if she's showing up late.
And it might be weird if, like, there's a whole crew of people trolling the parking lot looking for a car.
Maybe it's weird if you're trolling the parking lot looking for a car.
True.
I am an elf. I am in my 20s. I have a very youthful face.
There you go. Perfect.
Thanks to casting on television, no one can tell the difference between me and a high schooler anyways.
Yeah.
I feel like I could... Oh. Bill realized was about to also volunteer that he looks younger, except for the fact that he hasn't shaved in several days, because he just looks like hell. And feels like hell.
Babbitt also looks quite young and just can't grow a beard. He's tried.
Can goblins grow beards?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen a goblin with a beard, I'm realizing.
Yeah, that's kind of propaganda. Dwarves say they can't grow beards, but that's not really true.
I mean,
it's like how not all dwarf women have beards.
Well, yeah, but that's a cosmetic choice to shave that. I mean, like, Bill doesn't normally have a beard, but he's not incapable of growing one. All dwarven women can grow a beard. They just choose not to.
You sure about that? I mean, I look rugged, right?
Sure you do, kid. Sure you do, kid.
Bill's
rugged.
facial hair is really, really sad. Like, we're talking, like...
So, like a high schooler.
Yeah, it's patchy and awkward.
All right, kids, let's go get Jump Street.
Okay.
I mean, we're not going to actually go into the high school. If any of you fuckers go into the high school, I am going to slap you. That is how you get arrested. The parking lot is not how you get arrested. Going into the school is how you get arrested. All right. All right, so we're going to go down to the parking garage then?
If only we had a minivan down there.
So far, we do not. We've got our SUVs. We got Bill's Lumina. We got a couple of motorcycles. And that is it. Also, who drives? They also drive a lot of SUVs now.
You're right.
Crossovers.
Yeah.
Is that what they call them now?
Well, crossover, the difference between a crossover and an SUV is an SUV can actually go off-road in theory, while a crossover is really just got the platform of, like, the ground clearance of a minivan or a sedan, but makes you sit high up and feel fancy.
Right.
So it's also, crossovers are traditionally a little smaller, and that's why pretty much they've replaced sedans in the marketplace, and why it's really hard to buy a sedan these days. And also why, if you drive a sedan, everybody slows down in front of you because they think you're a cop because they're the only ones driving sedans. Although, you see way more, like, crossover cop cars now, so it's... Who knows? Anyways, let's get in the SUV and drive to a school and spy on a child.
Whee!
Yay!
Raz gets into the driver's seat. Hop in, kids! Time for a field trip!
I am bringing my gun.
You're bringing your gun to the school. Okay.
Hey, it's not illegal if it stays in the car.
I'm not even sure that's true, but okay.
I got a license.
All right.
I'm not going to take it into the school.
I know.
That feels tasteless.
All right. Are you at least going to put the stun bullets in there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, boy.
All right. So we're going to the high school. Let's call it North. Because that's easy.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to the school. Babbitt is driving.
Although Raz said she got into the driver's seat, so now I'm just very confused.
Babbitt's gonna drive the last mile.
Okay.
I guess.
Well, no, I mean, because technically, Babbitt could have sat on Raz's lap. I don't know. Might make it easier to grab the wheel. It's a very high steering wheel. He's 4 feet
Raz
tall.
would
Is that what we're
get
doing?
into the driver's seat, and then Babbitt could come up and be like, "Excuse me," and Raz would be like, "Oh, right." Moves over a seat for him.
All right.
Oh, dear.
So we get there, and we're looking. I guess we get into the parking lot. We're going up and down, and we find the car. It's a sky blue Porsche.
Of course.
Okay.
Wow.
Is anybody around?
You can see some people walking into school like half of the parking lot away. They're not looking at you. There's, going to school. They probably had a free period for first period, so now they're...
So we're all going to stay in the car right now. I have a plan. Babbitt.
Okay.
Take the spare smartphone with the tracking app thing. So this thing's rigged up with a battery. It's going to last for a while. No big deal. So let's not worry about that as a point of clock. All right, and here's some duct tape. What I want you to do, you are sneaky and you are small, and I feel like you're going to make it to that car being unnoticed way more easily than I am.
Yeah, that tracks.
So I just push the the smartphone and the duct tape into his hands. So what I need you to do is duct tape these under the bumper of the Porsche.
Under the bumper.
Under
Okay.
the bumper.
Right. Okay. I
Yeah,
can do
because
that.
like where the plastic shell, like where the shell of the bumper goes underneath, and like you can then get it in there real easy, and that way it's not like actually like bouncing around or hitting the road.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry to make the GM's character actually have to do this.
That's fine. All right. So Babbitt's gonna.
You get to roll
get out
against
of the...
yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Babbitt's gonna slink across the parking lot, I guess, being all casual. Oh, he got a 9, so we're probably fine.
Oh, phew.
Yeah. And yeah, he goes over and he manages to get it underneath the bumper.
All right. So I'm assuming that at some point we've got like photos of this girl, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we are able now to track her vehicle, right? So if she drives anywhere, we can find it using literal consumer tech. Fun fact, anybody can LoJack anyone if they're willing to sacrifice a cell phone to the process. We live in a nightmare world. Anyways.
You seem really cool with that.
I am accepting of the situation we are in. I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't slept in weeks, and I do not know why. It is amazing. Anyways. So. We have to now figure out, like, if this is only going to tell us if she takes her own car, right? So, we need to... We really should have taken more than one car. All right, so we got two choices here. We can either sit here all day and wait for her while she's in school, or we can go see if we can find this St. Grug kid and find out what's up while she's sitting here. Potentially getting an education. If her car starts moving, we can track and find out where she goes. But I figure right now, we can go find the kid with a day job at a Dairy Queen and get some ice cream.
I like the way you think. Ice cream is good. It almost heals the broken...
What do you?
I don't know. I'm not good at brooding, you guys.
What are your thoughts, Raz?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Let's go to the DQ on Highland.
Okay, so we're going to the DQ on Highland. Probably no need to be stealthy at this point. So if someone else would like to drive, that's fine.
Oh, well, you know what? Before we go, why don't we leave Babbitt here?
Okay.
Like, because if she doesn't get into her car, if she like gets in a car with someone else, Babbitt, you could spot that, and you're pretty good at being inconspicuous. In fact, you seem to be hiding very well right now. If I didn't know you were here, my eyes would just gloss right over you. Like, I mean, because you did that on purpose. I'm not saying like the normal thing. I'm just saying, like, in this particular situation, if we leave you here to do that, that way, if she's disappearing with different people who aren't in her car, you can phone us or use our comms and tell us, and we can zip back here while we're going talking to the St. Grug kid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that way the GM doesn't have to manage a character while we're doing this. Also, it just seems like the sensible thing to do. You know, I've been rewatching Veronica Mars. It's very good.
Here he goes again.
It's a good show.
I know. You've been telling me that for the past 5 years.
And frankly, Jason Doring is very cute.
I am shocked Hulu is not sponsoring you.
Anyways. So, we leave Babbitt looking inconspicuous, hiding in a parking lot.
Yep, hiding in the high school parking lot. This is like 23-year-old goblin boy.
All right, staring at a 17-year-old's car.
Oh dear.
Looking to find the right 17-year-old. All right, let's drive to the Dairy Queen.
Okay.
So is this like gonna be like a regular Dairy Queen or like a brazier? Because like,
You know, they call them chilling grills now.
Yeah, it's
Or
weird.
grilling chills. I
Yeah.
think it's because no one knew what the word brazier meant.
Well, and it
They
sounds
probably
really
thought it
close
meant
to
brazier.
brazier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. But
I feel
same thing.
lied to.
Yeah. Well, you know. Let's go to DQ. Is it a full DQ? Is it a regular? Is it just a basic DQ?
It's just a
or full?
basic DQ.
Wow, not a grill and chill or chill and grill, whatever order those words are in. That is surprising. You hardly find those anymore. All right.
Really? I don't think there's one. There's a grill and chill and grill in our town. I think it's all just regular ones,
Really?
and it sucks because they all close during the winter.
Wow. Like all the ones in Eau Claire are grill and chills. Like the one in Ryan. Like the last time I saw a base Dairy Queen was when I was living in Chicago as a kid.
Yeah.
All right, so we drive over to this as while we discuss, the state of Dairy Queen in Wisconsin. Jesus. That's really applicable to the city of San Ricardo, Calisorda, on the west coast of the United States of Aramasea. There's still a Wisconsin in the United States of Aramasea.
Yeah, I've noticed that seemingly all the other states exist.
Well, when you go east of the Mississippi.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So we go up to the grill, the Dairy Queen. All right. Do I see? So what kind of is this a Dairy Queen with an inside or one with just windows to the outside?
Oh no, it's got an inside.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those standard Dairy Queen designs where it has like those windows jutting out in the front. Like a Dairy Queen.
Well, you say that, but every Dairy Queen I've been in is literally different from every other Dairy Queen.
There are
I've been in,
so many Dairy Queens that have this one design.
Okay.
That have this like in the sitting area. There's these windows that sit up.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't have a reference.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, do we see a young orcish lad behind the counter who resembles the photos I clearly saw on his Facebook?
Yeah, he's there. He's working. He's making someone a twist cone right now.
Sweet. I'm getting in line.
Oh, so get in line.
Welcome to Dairy Queen. How can I help you?
He
says.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Thank Greg. Yeah. So can I get a medium vanilla cone dipped in chocolate, and 2 dilly bars?
He takes that down.
Oh, and how long you been fucking Lacey Reins?
He stops and just looks up at you.
I'm so fucking subtle.
Wow.
Why?
Subtle indeed.
Why do you want to
like
know?
a freight train, as always.
Hey man, I am just a concerned citizen.
Right.
Concerned for your health. Oh my god, I realize that sounds really bad with my accent. Please do not hold my... Okay. So... maybe her parents are a little paranoid whack jobs? And maybe they're on a hiring spree to try to deal with their daughter's behavior. And maybe they're looking at you. And so as a person who might possibly be looking out for your best interests, I'm just trying to make sure I have the correct lay of the land and making sure that they are actually correct about this assessment and you are not some innocent bystander due to your lack of status on social media regarding this matter.
Are you a cop?
I am not a cop.
Because if you already got to tell me.
I really wouldn't, but I am not a cop. Kid, I gotta tell you something. Cops don't have to tell you if they're cops or not. In fact, cops are most likely to lie about everything before anything. I'm not a cop, but I will tell you if like someone was a cop, they would not tell you they were a cop.
It's true. They won't tell you that.
It's literally the most useless question ever invented by mankind to ask someone if they're a cop, because whether they're a cop or not, they're gonna say no. No, I work for a private investigating agency.
Okay. What, did her parents hire you?
Yes.
Right.
That is
well,
why
let me tell.
I am trying to make sure that nothing happens to you, as you appear to be some innocent kid working at a Dairy Queen, because frankly, if you're up to something nefarious, you would not be getting me my dilly bars right now.
Well, let me tell you. I am not fucking Lacey.
Sorry, I apologize. I'm a rather blunt person.
At least I haven't for a while, okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, she broke up with me like 2 months ago.
You know if she's seen anyone new?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I don't go to that school anymore. I don't see her.
Okay.
She's just been hanging out with her friends, I think. I don't know what she used to do.
What friends?
I don't know. She's got a bunch of them. Tina. There's a Becca, Allison. I don't know.
All right. Okay. Thank. I'm sorry for my rudeness in this situation. And yeah, no. Can I get my cone?
All right. He goes and makes you was it vanilla cone dipped in chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit smaller than it's supposed to be.
And he's supposed to give me a couple dilly bars.
Yeah, he gives you some dilly bars.
All right, I hand the dilly bars to Raz and Bill.
This is good. I can live with this.
That'll be so. Yeah, money.
I pay.
Okay.
We're gonna sit down and eat, and I want to gauge how he looks at us.
He keeps her. He's not looking directly at you, but you can tell he's looking directly at you.
Yeah. So, do we think this kid's telling the truth?
I mean, he seemed pretty freaked out, so...
Alright, so... I'm assuming he has a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
And who doesn't these days?
Right, and I'm within the restaurant. Like, how far away am I from him? Physically?
At this point, like, probably 15 feet.
That's in range of Bluetooth. So, as I have skills I should use, I am going to use technological solution. I want to use my cell phone using technological solution to branch. Kel is going to use the cell phone to branch over using the Bluetooth connection that should be well within range within the space of this restaurant. To crack his raw back encoding of his cell phone, bypassing the necessary security protocols inherent into the operating system, invert the protocols, and use a cloud transfer to manually cross-link all the data from his phone to try to find his text message data so I can import and read his communications. Does that work?
You guys catch any of that?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah. Sounds good.
That shirt was a sequence of words.
So yeah, I've downloaded his messages, and I want to look at them to see if it looks like he's been communicating with Lacey, because he's a teenage boy, and if he's dating Lacey, He's got to have some sort of communication on his phone with her.
Yeah, okay. You can find that he still has his texts with Lacey. The last one was about a week ago. Just like asking how she was doing. She was quite rude to him.
Okay. So
Yikes.
he is clearly not dating her. That's what we're seeing. So, okay.
Seems like maybe it was just a racist dad.
Well, yeah, but I mean, obviously it was a racist dad. But racist dads are sometimes still right about who they're. Like, if she was into something bad, I didn't think actually the boyfriend had anything to do with it. I just thought that if he was still her boyfriend, he would have information.
Right.
He just clearly doesn't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so this is a dead end. Hit the comm on my ear. Babbitt, any sign of the kid at the school?
No, not yet. I'm just hanging out, walking up and down the aisles here. Hang on. Wait. Okay, I see her. Yeah, she's coming out to the car.
All right, so we're going to get in the car. After I grab another dilly bar for Babbitt. And by grab another dilly bar, I mean go to the freezer case, grab a box of dilly bars, flip them off, say, "This is for the rest of my cone," and then run out to the car. Kyle Johnson was your GM for this session. He also played Babbitt, and well, everyone else except for Kel, who was played by myself, Trey Dorn, Bill, who was played by Nick Izumi, and Raz Stormwood, played by Gen Proc. Stormwood and Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued.